where a series of events are happening for vengeance. Like the good guy could be causing some sort of disturbance because of a need to revenge or avenge, in a sense, right? There could still be consequences, especially like in real life, according to the law. That's premeditated, beloved, especially with this going back and forth mentally. But the death wish and temperance with the devil card, the death card, the Knight of Cups, it's kind of like, is the universe working in my favor, or welcome back to your video. As we get started, thank all of you guys for tuning in. Hit the like button if it resonates. It's like giving an energy boost to the channel, and it is most definitely appreciated. For our products and services, visit astronauthoochie.etsy.com. Check the community board or the About tab here on YouTube for my contact information, because all of July, send a screenshot via email of your like, share, or comment on any post or video, and you get a free question answered. If you've never had a reading, maybe it'll be a way for you to experience tarot, or all of you to just get to know me as I get to know you, as we rebuild the collective. Shout out to all of my day ones, and shout out to all of the newcomers. Now, usually I like my table a little neat, right? I'll talk to spirit and say where we're going with it, what we're going to do, before I even engage with you guys, right? The cards that came out blew my mind. So before I overanalyzed and, kept it in my back pocket and reshuffled, I said, we're going to get it cracking just like this. So here we go. The first set of cards you had to come out were the Seven of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Why in the fuck? Maybe it's about some money, honey. But here you are. Seven of Swords, Five of Swords. I always have made the connection between the Five Swords taken, the two left behind. So if I see the Five of Swords or Two of Swords, there could be a connection there. Now, for some of you, the Seven of Swords could indicate like thoughts of infidelity or deceit within a relationship. But mind you, these are just thoughts of. And a person could be going back and forth in their mind about that. Get into headaches. I'm talking about to the point to where it could become crippling. You can't get out of the bed. You can't shake it. But again, these are just thoughts. So that's what's kind of interesting. However, whatever the situation is, it could be like a blow to the ego, a need to return and regroup to renew, because there could be things done or said that both of you, even the person that didn't do anything wrong, like the person that's considering this infidelity or deceit, there could be consequences. Okay. Now, I'm a Pisces. I was also born on Tuesday. That means that I'm sweet in nature and spiritual and all mystical and magical. But in the art of war, I don't lose really. I'll just say that. So if we have a person that struggles with that, sort of like passive aggression, this could be a situation where someone like does something daring to prove their bravery. And that's what I'm saying. It could be a conflict for not the person who did the infidelity, which it could be, and we're going to get to that, but the consequences also fall in the line of the person with the thoughts or the actions. So just keep that in mind. Now, the mental is very active right now. And someone may be asking, like, if something is appropriate as far as behaviors. I don't care if it's like communication, texting, maybe something they even received in the mail. Someone could be wondering who's deceiving them. Like if you have had a reading or if you pull cards for yourself or something like that, you may have just seen it and don't even know who it is. Okay, because I had a different deck out but chose these, and in this deck all of the characters have their faces covered. So someone could be questioning that, doing research. You know what I mean? It also asks you like what ideas are you collecting, and even what's confusing, because if you are sure, why go back and forth about it? And if you're not sure, why go back and forth about it? Now, there could be witnesses to an incident, which could make the consequences even harder. And for some of you guys, it may even be like a friend, a relative, somewhere at work, because I saw like I wanted to say like an intrusion to an event where somebody in this Three of Wands pulls up, okay, to wherever this Four of Wands is, or it talks about the next steps. So I feel that someone may make a scene at an event, or may be considering what their next steps even are. Now, for the most part, someone could feel that their intellect was challenged. And anyone who feels that their intellect is challenged with this raw energy, it just talks about what they're going to do with it. Temperance is poking out here. The Devil card is poking out here. So I feel that this is like something that could lead to almost a passion crime. I'm not going to hold you. The next set of cards that came out, hold on, let me see here. You have the Death card and, excuse me, and the Nine of Cups. And so I just remember this, OG YouTube tarot, where there is a thing called like a death wish. Contrary to how it may sound, death wish could sound like someone who's just willing to risk it all, that's doing something daring to prove their bravery. And somebody may ask, do you have a death wish, like a stunt of some sort? So I did say somebody pulling a stunt. Or somebody may get very aggressive and take it very personal if they feel somebody's stunting on them. All right. But a death wish also refers to where a series of events are happening for vengeance. Like the good guy could be causing some sort of disturbance because of a need to revenge or avenge innocence, right? There could still be consequences, especially like in real life, according to the law. That's premeditated, beloved, especially with this going back and forth mentally. But the death wish and temperance with the Devil card, the Death card, the Nine of Cups, it's kind of like, is the universe working in my favor? Is somebody out there, like some human, like doing this, committing these crimes? And so it's even a movie about it. So I thought that was insane. So for some of you, when I saw the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck, the Devil card and temperance, it made me think of energy and possibly negative energy. And when I associate negative energy with actions and actions that cause consequences, I thought of like demonic energy or demons. So someone could have wished harm or made a wish for the demise of another person. And these cards are just warning against those consequences, where death doesn't always have to talk about a physical death, but in some instances it could, and that's like really serious. For others, it just asks that this back and forth that's we're having, this argument that we're having, I don't care if like somebody stole something from you, or they just, not you, whoever, I'll say that. If something was taken, or if there was some sense of deception, or even, I don't even know if there was deception, it's just something is out of place and I can't figure out what it is, so I'm thinking the worst. It does say that acceptance of the new situation could be warranted. Allow your experience to be your teacher and not get yourself into something you can't, get out of. Limit your attitude and your beliefs that are holding you back, and possibly just cut out any of the excessive mental clutter. Now, others of you could channel this energy from whatever this was and starting a new project, okay? Where if you may have been a guest or went to an event or was in a situation or a part of a social circle and some things just didn't go as they should have, like if there was a lot of conflict and confrontation or a lot of deception and just like things that weren't working well, this may be a confirmation that you walking away from that, finding you something more productive to do, says that the universe could be working in your favor. Because I thought of Roman's Revenge. It's in the Bible, I do believe, but it was also an album or a song that Nicki Minaj came out with, where it's like you don't fight your own battles. Okay, so the pale horse is pulling up to a situation, and letting go could have prevented it. It also talks about deep and intense feelings, and I didn't like that with the Page of Wands and the Devil card. It also talks about growth being possible, something being transformed, and even reaching out to a support system, because somebody is definitely having a grievance, okay, with something that may or may not happen, where I feel like if there was a group of people in an actual event or a situation where there was deception and some confrontation, that's one thing. But somebody going back and forth in their mind because something just seems out of place and they don't even know what it is, I wouldn't risk it all for that. Deal with the matter directly at hand. Physical and material matters may be predominant. So like I said, if somebody actually took some things or some money or like something like that, it could make it more personal for someone, and it's kind of like hard to let go. Now here we have the Six of Pentacles. Let's unpack it. Ooh, some unexpected. Maybe somebody may have helped someone, and then unexpectedly a situation occurs. There could have been some instability where you waiting to get your shit back and it hasn't been returned. We have the Focus and the Eight of Swords. So I feel that there are definitely some situations that could involve like a letter, a person that may be at a distance, because who else writes letters these days? Okay. In the past, we have the Moon. So that's where the deception happened in the past, or that's where the mystery started. Crowning you, there's the Strength card. So somebody is very pissed off or trying their best to calm themselves down. And then here we have the near future for some of you, and also possibly even the outcome. The Five of Swords brought itself back. Here's the approach to take to it. I knew it. Here's the situation. And then we have our hopes and fears and outcome. So this could have been about money. I feel like there's a bit of anxiety. There's a lot of pain, and probably even physical pain, where this is like wearing themselves to death. The Five of Swords can sometimes point to not being able to get out of the bed and just suffering from some negative energy. And that sounds more like spell work, especially if this person is knowledgeable in like candle magic or just different things. Now, I didn't see the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is who I would point to for, you know, in shadow having some malicious intent that would point to like some sort of divination. Well, I guess it wouldn't be divination at that point, child. It'd be something else. But let's see what we have here. The Six of Pentacles, like I said, somebody probably borrowed something, asked for some level of support. It could have been something we were working on together, and we've done it before. So it was like trust possibly involved, where the Three of Pentacles here, hold on, let me see. You have Three Pentacles on the side, and then look how there's like receiving, and then there's the giver. So it could have been a situation that was trusted. It may even have been an organization or a person that works with an organization. But it also talks about what is it, receptivity, reciprocity, where it's like equal giving and receiving. Now what's crossing this Six of Coins is the Tower, and the Tower talks about this belief that we have that could be driving somebody mad. It also talks about this unexpected situation, which if this is a death, and see, that's crazy that I'm even talking about this, because where I just said it, I'm just going to say, if this is some sort of ending or transformation, okay, because I'm not putting it on anybody. It may have been a crime of passion, and it involves someone that could work with another person, or someone just being fed up with the situation. Okay, I'll say that. And then we'll pull out some clarifiers to see what's going on. Eight of Swords in the Focus, I wouldn't really mess with that person. And it could even be incarceration. Somebody is wondering, like, if they pull up to this event and behave in such a manner, what the consequences would be. That, or there's definitely some instability. And if I were trying to see, like, what's unstable, it's the person's mental state and the inability to kind of, like, clear their thoughts, and or like past issues, because the Four of Cups just talks about rejection and abandonment. And somebody with the Moon card like next to the Strength, it just says they don't deal with that well. This person may be a karmic partner, and also could be a female. Doesn't have to be, but it's not looking good. Now let's take a clarifier for the Six of Pentacles. It's not funny, But this is just different for me. It's different for the channel, but I'm up to the challenge because, hey, we got some new folks, possibly some new interests or whatever. You got 2 6s. So it may be energies that may be connected to the 6 of Swords, which talks about moving away to calmer waters. Now, someone may have tried to resolve this situation. And like I said, because it was a person and a trusted situation, they're still popping firecrackers. So everybody be cool. Money was most definitely involved in this situation. It's like if you took something and ran with it and you needed it for something that was good, but how you went about getting it was like not the best. You have the Fool card at the bottom of the deck, which in some sort of shadowy energy, the Fool card could represent a very bad idea. It also talks about somebody wanted a new beginning and maybe to take a trip or to travel. And that's possibly how this all started. Now, it could be messages as well, where you have someone waiting to receive some feedback or some sort of message, but the other person is like well on their way, already leaving the situation, like energetically or emotionally, as well as their conscious. Like whoever did this has a clear conscience, while the other person is like really losing their shit. And that's what's not healthy because you ain't even done nothing. But I do understand if something was done to you. Now you have the 6 of Wands and the Hierophant. So it definitely points to a belief system or an organization where unexpectedly, I think someone got some sort of attention, and the attention that's being put on this person is possibly at this event and with an individual that wanted some credit that they didn't receive, or like I said, just chose to stop waiting on something that they were waiting to receive or waiting to hear from a person. It could be Taurus. And this is also a battle, man. Look at this. When the Hierophant and the Page of Wands comes up, it contributes to me saying that familiars or some sort of dark energy may be involved, as well as this really traditional approach to where you do what I say, not what I do. And this is the energy that would go against that and be very loyal and dedicated to it. So they're not going to let this go, whatever it is. And then the creme de la, the Queen of Wands popping up with the, she childish too. The Queen of Wands popping up with the 8 of Swords is just a very unstable, powerful person who is very vengeful. The Queen of Wands can create havoc or harmony. So I feel like the harmony was in trust. The harmony was in, you know, the dedication and the loyalty, if this is a relationship. The harmony was also into letting someone have something that they use to kind of like move away from the situation and not return whatever it was that was given. Now, with the Moon in the past, I feel like what happened was the shady shit, which is whatever they did with the money, because I saw the 8 of Swords again. I also see the King of Swords. So somebody may have been like emotionally unavailable, kind of a narcissist, and self-indulged and whatever it was that they were trying to get out of it. Now, I'm looking at the 2 of Cups, and then I'm looking at the 5 of Cups. I have the Sun card. Look at this. The Sun card, the Star. Let's see, what is this? Oh, and the 10 of Pentacles. For some of you, it may have been a family member. Oh my gosh. They could be Leo, could be Aquarius. It may be somebody you looked up to. We have the Hermit, could be Virgo. It's a very detached individual, I feel like. Some of you, it could be a union, a sibling, a child. But the 2 of Cups is here, and then it's the 5 of Cups. So this revenge or this regret and sadness, this lower vibration, this talks about, for some of you, if there's like dark energies that could be in your psyche, because I saw the Devil card, or literally taking away your energy. I feel that if you've gone from like a harmonious, like balanced energy into a depressed state, or just feeling like something wrong and feeling kind of blue, I feel that they could have something to do with it. Okay, well, that's 6 cups. So that's why I said for some of you guys, it could be a child or a stepchild, a sibling or something like that. That is insane. Jesus. We got the Star card again with the Ace of Pentacles. And when I look at the Strength card and what's crowning you, I know that the focus and what's on your mind both have 8s. So that could be significant. You have 2 8s there. There's a lot of like numerology and synchronicities. You got 3 6s, 2 queens, which definitely talks about some beef. It could even be 2 females in this situation. And hopefully it's not over this magician. Okay, hold on, let me see. Hopefully it's not over him with this beard giving, like, that it's not giving. But with the strength card, like I said, I feel like there's some anger, there's some ego. With the Five of Cups next to it, it could be like the lower ego. There definitely needs to be some grounding because this energy is not stable. The Ace of Pentacles just points to the possession or the money or who has possession of what. And then, like I said, here's the wish. So the wish is over here with the anger, the ego, the possession, what was given. And I feel like it has something to do with, you know, maybe it wasn't meant for you. Maybe it wasn't meant for them. Like maybe there was something for you that another person wants. Okay. And I feel that whatever this wish is or this negative energy was or these cruel intentions are, the thing that was taken from you may not be physical, but just represents that it's something that you could have had, but someone else received. And I heard of that with the twin flame unions. I did hear, like a while back, I did a reading where it was like, do you want love or money type deal? And I'm thinking to myself, why can't you have both? But it's like, if you're in a karmic situation, you kind of inherit the debt from others. And then you got twin flames that I saw in the Hierophant card with the Mary L. Tarot. The Hierophant card was a nun that, and this is weird a little bit, but it was a nun that was holding up two twin babies. And one baby was like super huge and the other baby was kind of small, like indicating that the nutrients or the attention that was being given was given to one more so than the other. So this grievance could be over money or some sort of possession. It could also be over jealousy, where someone wants what you have, even though they have the capacity. It's like one person has more than the other person, but it's not even their thing, because the Queen of Wands is a very fertile person and everything she touches kind of like turns to gold. Whereas the Queen of Coins actually has some gold, but may not have the attraction or the suitors or the attention. You feel me? Like the Queen of Wands could be an entrepreneur and very successful, but the Queen of Coins would be more like the assistant that's tired of living in somebody else's shadow. So just be mindful of that. With the Five of Swords, let's see what we got. Oh, fuck me. We have some very destructive behavior. This is an argument. And these are among lovers, because you got the Five of Swords, the Knight of Swords, which in shadow is a very destructive energy. It also, I'm looking at the direction. So this thing that's coming in the near future is definitely coming in the near future and wasn't a matter of a past, because the Knight is looking toward the future. And the next step is this going into a situation. And both of these cards are going head first, where one is who has the attention, who gets the recognition and some sort of reward. Maybe someone wants a reward or has some kind of grievance or revenge, something like that. And the other person is more in search of something, where like a decision is finally being made to act on something. But I think in the Six of Wands, this has already been acted on. So that's what's kind of weird about it. But with the Lovers and the Knight of Swords, that's definitely an argument or some sort of conflict going back and forth, not able to make a decision on how they're going to, they're doing a lot of thinking, but may not be able to make a decision. And the Magician is still at the bottom of the deck, who sometimes doesn't have a lot of focus. It talks about Mercury, so I don't know what's happening in the transits. And I just said that. The Seven of Cups also talks about confusion. It also talks about the multiple offers or the suitors. So for some of you, the decision that's being made could bring some sort of reward. And that sounds like, I don't know, that sounds real dark. It's just like those people that have those, some people feel like they've been cursed, like a generational curse. And those could be 7 years, 12 years, or all kind of other things. I mean, you have to look into it. If someone received a reward for the, how do I say it? If somebody received a reward and then somebody else was not receiving a reward and could have been kind of like delayed finances, dealing with financial troubles, having negative energy, just anything that could go wrong was going wrong for that person. It's like somebody got rewarded for causing somebody else's demise. And that's usually how it works. And I don't care if we're talking about a nation of people, that some people received some sort of monetary gain for giving away their own citizens to, a group of folks that took them across the transatlantic. So look, Spirit is like, you feel me? So here's the clarity card. Here's the confirmation here. There may need to be a choice that's made. I feel like a choice is being made. Or the Ace of Swords. I don't know how long you have been on the channel, but the Ace of Swords usually pops up. If I'm just rambling, but it's making sense, I get the Sun card of the Ace of Swords. So there's definitely that. Now, here are the 4 cups. So this person that could be trying to wreck this party or run into something that didn't get what it was they were waiting for, waiting on, you have more than enough. Now, some person may be receiving a large amount of things and opportunities, but like I said, it could come at the cost of someone in their family or somebody that they're caring about taking a short stick. Now, for others of you, regarding the situation or the event where an individual pops up because they're either in their heads about deception that they don't even have proof that happened, or somebody else that's owed this possession and gave it to somebody they trust or admired, it's like they're sitting, possibly drinking, and that's like a negative energy. Like, this 4 of Cups is giving me the vibes of, I've had this and I've had that, and boredom. And so if boredom strikes with negative energy, as well as taking it personal that somebody played with you, I don't feel like that's a very safe thing. Okay? Where somebody may have felt that was the last straw. They may have felt like they've been abused, okay? Or somebody's abusing their power. And this could even be coming from the other side, because looking at looking at the directions, I'll say that there seems to have been what looks like an abuse of power, and what's crossing and what's being focused on is like facing forward, but everything else is either in the past or coming in the future. So this event or this situation, he's definitely pissed about something that happened in the past, whereas the person that's going to the event, the person at the event that's going to create this uproar is upset about a situation that happened in the past, and he's like fed up. It's like he had to talk himself up on it. That's that having something to prove in that ego, or being bored, or fear of being laughed at, or it's just been brought to your attention. You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to prove something to somebody else. But I feel like the people that are at the event that are going to get disrupted, it's like they don't even give a fuck. So that's what could ignite and elevate the situation, where it may be a party or an event, and this person comes with whatever this situation is, and I don't think they're going to get what they thought they was getting. Like, I don't think nobody's scared or going to be afraid, and this could provoke that person to act out even more. So when I clarify the 4 of Cups, that's insane. See, yeah, I got the 3 wands. I got the Strength. I got the Tower. So this person is going to amplify whatever is going on within them is going to be amplified, because the lack of regard from another person. They want the attention of this person. And there could be, oh man, there could be some health complications. If a person gets like overly excited, there may be some health complications. So I would definitely watch it, because you don't want to blow a vessel, have an aneurysm or a heart attack or something like that from being like explosive. Okay. This could have been an unexpected ending that is crushing someone's ego too. It could have just been a breakup. But for others of us, it's kind of like this Queen of Pentacles, or this person that gains something, gains it financially from whatever it is, whoever it is that's on their mind. So that is very interesting. Let me get another card for the Strength card. I'm looking at the 7 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So patience, okay? There's something about patience, and I don't think that I'm noticing the body language too of the lady in the strength card is much like the star, and the star is like, of course, doing the motions of temperance, and then you got the 7 of Pentacles, which usually, yep, there are 7 stars here. So for some of you, your collective, your celestial collective, could be asking you to have patience toward a situation, and to be careful what you wish for. And for others of you, that Roman revenge is real. Oh, look. There may be communication. And then here I'm gonna look at this. You have this, oh my gosh. You have Capricorn here, which was just poking out at the beginning of the reading. You also have Scorpio. So I feel like this is a debt being paid. And now I feel like I'm watching, what's that movie called? When they were all in competition to be the supreme. Okay. And they had, what's her name? The lady that played Tina Turner, Angela Bassett. They had, Angela Bassett had made a deal, and it required her to like give up her child. And he always came and pulled up for whatever the payment was for the wish that he fulfilled. And here we go with the 10 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, the Ace of Cups. For some of you guys, like I said, it represents some sort of legacy, wealth, success. It could also talk about those generational family issues. We have the 2 of Cups, where it could talk about a union back to the child, or this is just the wishing well. And then here's a mother or abundance, and then like this bad news. So there could be a parent that receives some communication about a situation just like magically improving, but don't know what it cost another person to get it. So I am over this, and I do hope that it helps someone. Maybe you've been trying to understand like a situation that's going on that just doesn't make sense, or events that are happening to you, because the event in the situation doesn't even have to be an actual event like a party or a gathering or something like that. It just says that things are being arranged and patience and perseverance is needed, because you're waiting on some ships to come in, and maybe your sacrifice or your angst isn't about like something stolen, or you don't want anybody to die or whatever, but it's just like you're waiting on spirit to fulfill a wish that you had, because maybe you feel that you've done the work, or like, why not? You know what I mean? And there could be some people in your environment that aren't the best for you. And it's like, why would I fulfill your wish with the people in the environment that would recognize it and then abuse whatever emotional trigger that you may have to help them? So I would totally respect that. Just imagine you asking Spirit, help me with my business, help me with my health, help me with, mental clarity, help me be more productive or successful. And then you have at least 2 or 3 people. One could even be a family member. Some of you, it's a mother, a wife, a grandmother, or just multiple people that would use and abuse you, like literally abuse you, or had abused you as a child, because the 9 of Wands could talk about like a head injury. And for some of you guys, if there's a disruption or a fight at an event, I feel that someone could take a blow, and that blow could not be the best. And then it's going to be like, you ain't getting manslaughter because you didn't try to, if something happens to a person. So that is the craziest shit I have read all year, and keep that.